Welcome to Give Permission to Ask Questions. This is the recap of 2020. Very exciting. I've been waiting for this one. I love talking about the present moment. I love recapping the year, and this year has been the funnest year of my life. So let us start in December 2019. um that hesitation that you're like, oh, thank God this is over. And so many of my friends were like, 2019 was terrible. I'm like, I had a great year. I had a little moment of sadness when 2019 was over because it was such a good year. So in 2019, I decided to be an entrepreneur. I decided to get serious about um, doing me. Do you know what I mean? Rich dad, poor dad, mind your business. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna mind my own business and get 7 streams of income, 7 streams of spiritual growth. So conceptually, I was pregnant with a thought in 2019. And in 2020, it got birthed. So Phoenix Career Development is my baby, but it's going to be learning, growing, sharing, and it will be a titan. It will be my child that will grow up and stand on its own and be an empire with an amazingness. So I'm very excited about Phoenix Career Development. We have lots of plans in 2021. So let us start with a secret. This year, I asked someone so December of 2019, I was like, yo, John, that's my friend's name. What's your secret? Because like he was magical. He had an air about him. He had a secret, and I wanted to know what it is. So he goes to me, what are you doing January 3rd to 5th? And I was like, I don't know, nothing. Like being Lorette, having a weekend. Like, pfft. He's like, I have these personal development classes. And he didn't even say personal development. He's like, you want to go to some classes January 3rd to 5th this year, 2020? I'm like, yes, I do. Why not? I'm down for an adventure. Like, I believe in education. I believe in learning. I believe in growth. So, like, the beginning of this year, I went to an integrity class, and my mind was already broken 3 years ago when I almost died. But the integrity classes clarified some things and solidified some things in my life. You create your destiny. So, like, very exciting. It started with a secret. And that's exactly what this year was. It started with a secret. I knew it was going to be mind blowing. I know I needed mantras. I know I needed to build a mindset that was highly successful. I know that I needed um, unlimited potential. I was going to swim in grace and glory. I was going to run a great race. I had a little sadness when 2019 was over, but I was like, no, no, no. 2020 is going to be mind blowing. And 2020 is perfect vision. So, guess who got perfect vision this year? This girl. So, integrity classes. I actually also took emotional regulation classes. So, I learned how to regulate my emotions. And it's funny because as a woman, I'm not highly emotional, I'm highly rational. And I push down those feelings until they explode, and that's not healthy. So I needed to learn this year about regulating my emotions, and pretty much it goes down to meditations and breathing techniques. So Phoenix Career Development this year started with a very simple theory, the theory of career development, and I teach 10 classes. And so I was pushing 10 classes this at the beginning of this year. So the 10 classes are the theory of career development, which is career planning, personality, and authentic happiness, the hidden job market, labor market information, resumes and LinkedIn, marketing yourself, work search basics, interview techniques, employment standards, and strategies for success. As an employment specialist, I believe in the steps of career development, and I teach the steps of career development. So that's the ride or die theory. I didn't create it, but I teach it. And I believe in the dream career. I believe in it so viciously that I opened a company. And how Phoenix Career Development started was the ask of values. Most people don't know their top 4 values in life. You want to know what mine are? I'm just going to tell you. One, sense of purpose. I love knowing why everyone's created on earth, super nosy as a person. And like, if you don't know your sense of purpose, have a conversation with me. 2, humor and playfulness. I love a good story. I love good play. I love clean fun. Do you know what I mean? As adults, we're not allowed to play. And I'm like, but I'm playing today. Get out of my way. So, humor and playfulness. 3, creative ingenuity, originality. There's nothing like an original person, there's nothing like being authentic. And 4, leadership. I believe in teaching and training. I believe in you flying like a phoenix. So, yay, synergy. That's the theory. So, when I went to Anderson Career Training Institute, I had a mentor, and that lasted until May. And I knew I needed a tribe. I know that I needed someone to support and encourage me in my adventure of being an entrepreneur, of owning a business. I didn't know any business owners last year in 2019. So this was the year of networking. And I ran into a syndicate meeting, so syndicate.org. And Mitch Camage was like the first session I sat in online. And this is before pandemic times, before they called it. He was like, we are a tribe and we care about each other and we are business owners. And there was little warm cuckles of my heart that was like, I want this. I want to be in this. So I learned about syndicate. April, I had my first client. So no one tells you this, but when you start a company, sometimes you're highly unsuccessful, so you can be successful. And I remember those first 4 months of opening a company and having no clients. That sure sucked. But it was the push up the hill, the push up the hill. The pandemic did hurt me, but it also helped me. I pivoted on Zoom, so all my classes are taught on Zoom. It was like $800 to like have a classroom at Nate, or it was teach on Zoom for $20. I'm like, guess who has $20 each month? Boop, me. So we're teaching on Zoom. So having your first client is the best feeling. Exchange of goods and services. I've never owned a company before. People have never given me money. It was a weird feeling, but it was the best feeling ever. And it honestly, like, if one person believes in you, another person believes in you, and another person believes in you, and another person believes in you. And I believe in my company, and other people believe in my company too. So I love that. So yeah, May I finished Anderson Career Training Institute. So I graduated this year as an entrepreneur. So I'm like, this is very exciting. So I have my career development diploma. I have my Bachelor of Arts in General Studies. And then I have my certificate to be an entrepreneur at Anderson Career Training Institute. And if anyone's thinking about being an entrepreneur, go there. Talk to Dart. He's an amazing dude. He's like my homeboy. So by pandemic time, May, everyone was missing people. And it was my first Zoom girls' night. So thank you for all my girls that went to my Zoom night in May. Officially in May, I joined Syndicate and I met a lot of cool people. I started networking aggressively in March, actually, when the pandemic hit. I was like, okay, we can like cripple ourselves or we can network our face off. So this year has been at least 14 people, 17 people a week that I have talked to. So everyone that has networked with me this year, thank you. I appreciate your time. I'm building relationships with me. So I'll come back at you and be like, what up? Very fun. I was really shy growing up and no one believes me, but that doesn't help you being shy. It helps you getting out there and saying, hey, my name is Laurette. So in June, it's my birthday. And it has been 3 years of me healing from a heart condition. So I almost died 3 years ago. But I just feel completely recovered. I feel like the Phoenix. You know what I mean? I can't believe I called my company Phoenix Career Development. And I am the Phoenix, but you are the Phoenix too, and you are growing and learning. So in June, my friend's like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" I'm like, "Nothing." She's like, "You're Lorette. You're always doing something." Like I used to have cupcake parties and superhero parties. And so all my friends expect cool things from me, but I'm like, no. And she's like, "No, Lorette, do something." So I was like, I love meditations. I'm going to do a meditation healing journey. So I wrote the healing journey, and that's a chapter in my book. And I was like, wait a minute, if I'm going to write this one chapter, the healing journey, why don't I write a journey of epic proportion? And I believe in the journey of epic proportion. When I was younger, probably junior high, I had my junior high was, why am I here? What is my purpose? And I remember looking at words. Words are my saving grace. Words are things that I latch onto, think about, and then try to develop. So I wanted a life that was worth living. I wanted a legendary life. And I saw the definition of legendary. It's a journey of epic proportion. And I'm like, I'm down with that. So I was like, I'm going to write a book this year, and it's going to be called A Journey of Epic Proportion. So I wrote that book this year. It's going to get launched next year. I'm so excited. But I got in a book this year, a Blue Talks Volume 2, and the healing journey got published at the end of this year, right at the cusp, like a week ago. A Journey of Epic Proportion. Chapter 4 is in there, which is the healing journey. So if you want to read that, buy the book. I'm very excited. So yeah, the healing journey is so amazing. It really is the death moment to the life moment to the full abundant moment. And life should be mind blowing. Life should be amazing. Also, I got kidnapped this year early. So I went on an adventure I shouldn't have gone on. When someone says they want to go treasure hunting with you, don't do it. How could you not go treasure hunting? So we did drugs. I don't do drugs that often. So I was like, sure, I'll do drugs. Don't do drugs, everyone. So I did drugs. And then he drove me around Anthony Hyundai, and he wouldn't let me out of the car. And I was like, what the F? So I pretty much like had this Phoenix moment where I was like, you are pulling the car over right now. And he had to listen to me because I was going to break shit. Like, I was like, we're getting out of this for sure. And then I called the cops, and they had to drive me home. And then my brother's a pastor, and then he had to like shame me for about half an hour. So like, there's nothing great about that. So the kidnapping, I learned about grace and glory, and I learned about the treasure itself. So you are an amazing person just the way you are. Grace and glory is a thing that we get to bless other people with by being in our presence. So don't get kidnapped. You're the treasure. Treat yourself like a treasure. Treat yourself. So work is mind blowing. I started with a theory, and then I met Mitch. So shout out to my business coach. He's like, Lorette, you have the theory of career development. People want more. And I was like, what, really? And he's like, yes. So then I'm like, well, then I'll do the practice of career development. I'll implement the practice of. And so that's, you can't change in a day. I think that you can change in a day by breaking pattern beliefs, but most people, it's a process. They think that you have to process your career development. And honestly, Phoenix Career Development is a journey. You don't get the right to have your dream career in one day. It's an eat dirt kind of thing. You eat dirt and you eat dirt and you eat dirt and you create it. You create your dream job, and you create your dream job by understanding your values in life, by understanding your mission, vision, and purpose. So the practice of career development is clarifying some things. It's a flow. I ask you 4 questions, and there's way more going on than that. But how was your day? Personal responsibility. What did you do this week to develop your career? How can I help you? Because Phoenix Career Development is here to help. And what do you want? The hardest thing that people can ask themselves is, what do you want? So within the flow of the practice of career development, 100 days you can change. So I broke it down into 15 weeks, which is 15 sessions with me. And every session has a theme or a concept that we dig into. One, first week is being uncomfortable, Being an entrepreneur is extremely uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. 2, a belief in self. Do you actually believe in yourself? Are the dragons eating you right now, or are you eating and slaying the dragons in your life? 3, leadership. What does that mean? Do you know that anyone can be a leader? 4, conflict. 5, the journey. 6, the success. And with me actually doing the practice, the success, all of a sudden the employment specialist consulting goes deeper and you hit that moment of clarity, especially in the sixth session with me about success. That's where a lot of conversations happen, where vulnerability, authenticity happens, and there's a deepness that happens within the practice of career development. All of a sudden, you're in it and you're really like practicing how to really accomplish your dream career. It's so awesome. I'm thoroughly loving the practice of career development. 7, mission, value, purpose. Successful people understand and are very clear about their mission in life, their purpose in life, and their values. So that's that class. 8 is marketing yourself. 9, success is a mindset. 10, call to action. 11, the long play. 12, becoming a person of influence. 13, questions, comments, concerns. A good ask goes a long way. 14, eat right, hungry for success. Mindset. You know what I mean? Physical, emotional. And the last week is finding the treasure. And again, the treasure is yourself. Well, what does that treasure look like? So again, love the practice of career development, love the theory of career development. And then I was just like, that's still not enough. Do you know what I mean? Career development is always growing and developing. Phoenix career development is always growing and developing. So this is what's really exciting about 2021. I am launching Choose Your Own Adventure theories. And choose your own adventure career development. We all want to go on an adventure. Why don't you go on an adventure of the mind? Why don't you learn something in the mind? And like career development is the best thing to learn as far as I'm concerned. So I have goal setting classes coming January 11th, 5889, 7 p.m. Call me and be like, hey, I want to come to that class. I'll be like, okay. There's a cap of people. So as soon as I get 8 to 10 people, it's capping, and then it won't be available until March. So goal set early, or are you being successful for this year? I don't know. So that's the first class in Choose Your Own Adventure. The second one is the Phoenix moment. We've all got hit, but have we gotten picked up and then rose to the top? So that's the Phoenix moment. I'm really excited about teaching that class. I'm really excited about the people that are supposed to be in that class. Come have a conversation with me. 3 is conflict in the workplace. A lot of times people are like, Red, I don't need your services anymore. I found a job. I'm like, but career development starts when you find a job. So conflict in the workplace will happen, especially if it's a brand new job. You're not going to enjoy yourself. So 4, don't sell yourself short. How do you sell and market yourself if you're a product? 5, mindset. What are you thinking about your career development? 6, STAR technique, situation, task, action, result. It's just another like interview prep class. 7, manifestations and storyboard. It goes with the theory of career development at the very end. It's strategies for success. One of the strategies is manifestations and storyboards. So there's a class about that. 8, what do I want? Again, I told you earlier, most people don't know what they want. It's a process. So this is the class specifically diving into your values and what do you want in life. 9, metaphor for life. A good metaphor is remembered 5 times more than a boring stat. So my metaphors in life are slaying dragons, legendary, a journey of epic proportion, slay some dragons, the Viking princess, Green Lantern, imagination. And really, what kind of motifs are and do you want to establish in your life? So that's the class about that. 10 is actually a condensed version of career development that's getting launched in the new year. So if you're like, I don't want to do all that, it looks really hard. So for $200, there's 3 classes, the condensed version of career development, personal investment, the narrative of self and the lifelong journey. So very excited about launching that in 2021. I also have the quick fix. So if you just need an interview prep, or if you just need that, or if you just need that, or if you just want to have one conversation with one employment specialist, the quick fix is for you. Career development, also one of the classes is, can I be an entrepreneur? Do you know what I mean? So if you're interested in being an entrepreneur and you have questions, come to that class. I'm almost done. So within Choose Your Own Adventure, how to cold call. Most people actually don't know how to cold call. So there you go. Questions, comments, concerns, drop in the box. Drop in the questions, comments, concerns on YouTube or wherever you are watching this. LinkedIn, Job Club, it's going to be everywhere. So Choose Your Own Adventure, very exciting. Phoenix Career Development is actually launching semesters in the new year. So it will work with the universities. It will have the same timelines as universities. So each program will be in each semester. So like in one semester, there will be the theory. One semester there'll be the practice. One semester there'll be um, choose your own adventure. So I'm pretty excited about that. I want to talk to you about themes and concepts. So this year was a mindset that's highly successful. Next year is round 2. Ding ding. Like I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to get into this. And each month I have themes and concepts as well. January is grace and glory. So I'm really excited about that. What was so awesome? Let's just recap what was so awesome about this year. I lost some people. I lost some friends, but I gained the best possible scenario and I grew some friends and I made some friends. So everyone that made friends with me this year, thank you for being my friend, right? And then you like have the thank you for being my friend. There was romance this year, there was heartbreak, there was regret, and there was lower bosses. But at the end of the year, it's a new echelon and I'm ready to play. Um, the theme, yep, ding ding, round 2, grace and glory. Behind me is my 7 streams of spiritual growth. And then behind that is my 7 streams of income. So this is my manifestation and storyboard of the next year. So I'm very excited. Thank you for coming on a journey with me in 2020, 2021, round 2. Ding ding. Thank you for watching. Give permission to ask questions this year. Questions, comments, concerns, always drop and always talk. Be blessed this year and like go on a legendary journey. Thank you.